Welcome. Welcome to 5 Minutes with Vic. Insights into myself, insights into the Value Aid organization, and insight to the organization as a whole. Today, I want to talk about wisdom. I've been thinking about this. How does one become wise? I do believe it's a process. I don't think wisdom just arrives. I also don't think that it's limited to the few, because I believe that we're all innately gifted. But I do think it's a process to get there. And here's my take on that process to get to wisdom. You see, right at the beginning, in our formative years, we're constantly gathering information. When I look at my 6-year-old daughter, she's learning how to count, she's learning how to say her ABCs, and she's truly enjoying it. This process of gathering information is the process of acquiring knowledge. But it's actually not knowledge itself. You see, it is when you take this information and synthesize it, bring it in from multiple different sources, and then have the ability to bring that together, is what creates knowledge. I think what's happened in time is that qualifications have given us a sense of our knowledge, but what they haven't done is taken us to the next step. Sometimes this is where we get tripped up, because the next step is understanding. Knowledge is not understanding. You see, understanding is when you distill something, boil it down to its very essence. You take all that synthesis of information, which has given you knowledge, and then you take that knowledge and boil it down to its actual most crucial and powerful parts. That's the process of distillation or distilling knowledge. You see, when I looked at the phrase, you reap what you sow, and you've heard me constantly say this, I always used to look at it from the perspective of, what you put in, you get out. And that's fair. But the more I kept looking at it, the more the word you kept jumping out. You reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. And this just made me realize that yes, I can explain a lot of things. I can have circumstances or situations or environments that affect me. But ultimately, you reap what you sow. So that became an important and integral part in how I started seeing things moving forward. So you see, the distilling is eventually when things become and mean and give an essence of something that's more powerful and more revealing. Now, this is the jump. From here, this is where it gets interesting. Understanding to wisdom. And here I want leaders to pay a little bit of attention. Somebody once said to me that when you move from understanding to wisdom, what you're actually doing is moving to others. And let me put that in a different way. From understanding to wisdom, the curiosity that you develop in others who have understanding becomes greater. It becomes more revealed. The understanding that you now have, that for you to grow, for you to get better, is to actually reveal understanding in others. Which means that the process in which you start helping others go through this knowledge, information, understanding basis becomes appropriate for you because you gain something from it. So this is why in leadership, it is important to focus on others and not on yourself. It's certainly important to have a curious understanding of others rather than what you know. And that's what I believe moves you from understanding to wisdom. The final part is revelation. Revelation is when God now starts putting on you things that you could have never imagined, ideas, concepts, thoughts. Musicians get up in the morning and they've got a song. Poets write what they write just out of nowhere. Architects are able to design beautiful things, and they tend to ask themselves the question, how did I manage to do this? So there you go, the process of wisdom. Be a creator because you were created to create. Be a blessing because you're blessed. All the best.